hey, as you onboard more AI agents and MCP servers in your infrastructure, how do you maintain detailed control over what these agents can and cannot do, or what they can and cannot say in your organization? Let's see how you can do that using Raia today. Hey, my name is Bruno. I'm one of the co-founders here at Raia. We're building an AI agent control plane. And today, I want to show you how you can use Raia and our control plane to define detailed policies around agent controls. We basically break agent control and policy into two main stages. One is the pre-processing, and the second one, post-processing. Pre-processing basically controls what goes to your agent, what type of instructions. So when your users, they tell the agent, hey, go and delete this resource, or go and create, or go and read these resources. If your agent should not do any of these actions, they are blocked even before your agent starts working on them. And the second one, the post-processing, is, let's say your agent accesses the underlying systems, performs specific actions, but when return the result, you want to make sure that no secrets are returned, or no information that they should talk about, it's not returned to your end users. So that's where we break into pre and post-processing. And to enable you to do that at scale, we've integrated with OPA, or OPA, the Open Policy Agent. OPA basically enables you to build detailed rules and store these policies as code in Git, and you can integrate that Git pipeline with Raia. And here I have an example for you. I have a very simple workflow here. I have an AWS agent onboarded into Raia directly under connectors. I basically dragged and dropped these agents directly here. And you see that I have basically the first one saying, hey, agent AWS, go and give me the details of the ECS cluster. And the second one, okay, get the ECS cluster that we have and give me the services that we have running there. If we look at the details table, I can see that the agents are accessing the underlying AWS infrastructure, getting the cluster info, and getting the service info. Awesome, perform. If that's what you want, done. But let's say you want to prevent users from accessing ECS as a service, right? Or your agent from accessing ECS as a service. I have different policies here stored in Git, and I have one called no ECS. Right now, this package AWS, it's not denying any access. It's basically a permit all type of access. So that means my AWS agent can access everything in AWS and perform any action I want it to perform. But let's say you want to change it. I'm going to basically edit this file directly here, and I'm going to build a different rule, right? I'm going to say, hey, ECS cluster deny. I want to make sure that my agent cannot have access or do not have access to ECS clusters. I have actions here to say you cannot describe cluster, list cluster, or do any of these type of things. I'm going to save and commit this change to master. You should not do this. I'm just doing this as an example to show how you can build detailed policy as code, store it in Git, and integrate your pipeline directly to Raia control plane. I committed directly here, and I can see that my OPA policy is basically here and applied. If I go to Git actions, basically I'm going to see that Git actions policy starting to run. But if I go back to Raia and I say, let's run it, I'll tell my agents to basically perform this action again. Okay, I can already see that this action was blocked by policy, AWS ECS cluster operation, resources not allowed. The same thing is probably going to show for the second action as well. And it can build these detailed policies for any action that we have or any agent that we have, right? AWS, Jira, GitHub, or MCP servers. So you can actually secure MCP servers in details. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can get details around policy violations, what policies are assigned to each agent, and so on. But I hope this gives you an example of how you can set OPA policies or policies as code, integrate with the Raia control plane, and control your agents. Thank you.